back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with the always lovely and talented Andrea Kay, the always incredible Urban Miaris, and we have our next segment. We have our Women in Business segment. So welcome, Miss Alexandra German.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. Barry.
I love to make people nervous, and I think I've done just that with Alexandra today.
You did. You said I have to talk about myself.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Hey, you know,
I can try.
You have a great story. Okay. You were born and raised in Latvia.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
When did you come to the United States?
I came here 17 years ago.
17 years ago. What brought you to the United States?
My whole family immigrated. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So was life tough in Latvia?
I didn't think so at that time. Now, when I look back, yes, it was tough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a little cakewalk going here in the United States, and a little tougher over there.
Absolutely.
So what drew you to the real estate business?
I thought that I can make a lot of money without working too much.
This sounds like our last
It was in mid 2000s, and everyone was a star in real estate. Everyone was just selling real estate and making ton of money. And I thought, well, I can do that. You know, like all of my neighbors, all of my friends are selling and making millions of dollars. So I can become a real estate agent. And I got into business in end of 2006, 2007. Right. And I remember in my first year of business, I had 12 escrows and none of them closed because nothing got appraised at the time.
Right.
You know, the appraisal would come below the market, and it was, for me, it was, what, am I not lucky? What's wrong with? And then in 2008, everything crashed.
Right.
And I quit real estate in 2008 and 2009, and I thought I will never, ever become a realtor again, ever in my life.
So what brought you back?
Same thinking. Well, I can make a lot of money and don't work too much. And, you know, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, whoever said the rough journey has a greater reward at the end didn't know what they were talking about.
I know.
That pain is terrible.
It's a lot of work. So,
but when you make that sale, though, and you get that commission check, isn't it a high?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, if you when you sell, you do make a lot of money. So I guess that keeps me in the business.
Mm-hmm, good.
But it's earned money. It's not given money.
No.
You work hard for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when I first met Alex years ago, back in, I think it was around 2009, was it? We've been friends for a while. 2009.
She
had quite the boot collection. And so she really needed to sell some houses.
Just to build a big enough closet? Or
yeah,
what?
A boot collection like that doesn't come easy. Okay, and it sure don't come cheap. Okay.
I'm crazy about shoes, and every time I came into the show, it was Bob Ryan's show.
Yeah.
And Andrea would go, "Oh my God, your boots!"
You know, it just it sounds like we need to open up our own shoe store, and Andrea can have the Jimmy Choos, and you can have your boots, and
then we'll all be happy.
Yep.
I miss my boot collection. Well, I think I'm done talking about myself. If I can give my website, so if anyone is, you know how yesterday stock market crashed. So if you guys scared having money in stock market and want to invest in real estate, I'd be happy to find you a house or yours to buy another one. My website is www.teamgermon.com. TEAMGERMON.com.
Awesome.
Great. And if you need some creative planning to help buy the real estate using your retirement plan or using equity in your home, things like that are very creative, I would suggest that you talk to Alexandra and bring me into the picture, and we can show people how to do that.
Exactly. You actually, you have self-directed 401k.
And IRAs, yes.
And IRAs. That's the best. Because I have a 401k with Oppenheimer, and I was trying to get the money out, and you can't.
No.
They're gonna give you so many penalties that the hair on the back of my neck just stood up.
It is imperative that you understand the rules and regulations around retirement plans so you know how to deal with it. Okay, it's no longer an easy thing. Every time it was easy, government would change the rules and regulations and force you into a different direction. So you need a collaboration, and that's kind of what this show's all about: is collaborating. Professionals collaborating with each other to create immense benefit. It's 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 anymore. 1 + 1 equals 3 because of that collaboration effect.
If I had I needed emergency funds, and I have 401k, obviously, I was putting money away. If I knew you and I would set up that fund, that 401k that you were about, I wouldn't have any problems. But I couldn't get the money out because I didn't want to pay almost like half of it in penalties.
50%
and penalties,
right?
Yeah.
And they would take 20% right away to send to IRS, without even questioning. It was automatically going there. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
She said no.
No. So,
she's got boots to buy.
We have a lot. Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of boots.
So now
Not even on sale.
Now we know where her 401k plan went to. It's all the boots. Okay.
Exactly.
So anyway, well, listen, we have a great guest with us here. So introduce her.
I am so excited for my guest today. Her name is Cathryn Golden, and she's the owner of Balanced Environments. Cathryn is a feng shui guru. She will come to your home or to your office, and I truly believe that everything is energy, and Cathryn knows how to work with energy. So if you are feeling stuck somewhere, Cathryn can come and make you unstuck. And welcome, Cathryn, and share some great stories today.
Great, welcome.
Thank you.
Great.
Nice to be here.
Great. So tell us about Cathryn Golden and Balanced Environments.
I started Balanced Environments about 15 years ago. I was looking for something kind of unique and different, and I found feng shui. I'd heard about feng shui about 15 years prior to that. Somebody said, if you stick a mirror on your stove, you get money, and that kind of sounded appealing, so I investigated a bit. It didn't exactly prove to be true, but there are some cures that can work for that type of thing. Anyway, it just sort of lingered in the background, and when I was looking for something specific, it just truly resonated with me. It was like I'd found my people. And it's just so amazing to be able to literally go anywhere, any place. I have literally been in a bar, and somebody has drawn their floor plan on a cocktail napkin, and
what's wrong with that? Oh, sorry.
No, it's great. And truly, hang out at the beach and do readings at the bar or something, I suppose, if you wanted to. But it's so limitless as to whom you can help, where you can help them. I have many clients across the country where I have never stepped foot in their houses. And I have amazing clients here in San Diego that I see regularly, and I have been in their houses or their homes or businesses. And it's just delightful to be able to connect people with the power that feng shui has to offer and sort of open their eyes so they know they have the silent partner that can help them. It's a tool. It's not a matter of it being magic. It's not a matter of if you don't do this, your life is going to be horrible. I like to relate it to running the Boston Marathon. If you have that as a goal, and you're doing the practicing, you technically could show up in business clothes and run the marathon, but you're probably not going to be real good at it versus going and getting all the proper equipment. And it's like this silent partner that makes you successful and speeds up your progress. That, to me, is the power of feng shui.
Interesting. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170, theanswer.com. Give us a tweet at CloseUpSD. Email me at barry@closeupsandiego.com or find our page on Facebook. We want to hear from you. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with Andrea Kay, Urban Miaris, and our guests are Alexandra German, and from Balanced Environments, we have Cathryn Golden. So interesting. So we talk a little bit about business. We talk a little bit about personal. And, I understand. I mean, I know enough about this to know that for some idiotic reason, I work a lot better when my desk is clean. Okay? And how does it come about? How did you learn the trade that you're in?
I read books initially, and then I found a school. The Western School of Feng Shui is where I was initially trained. So it was a very in-depth, comprehensive process. There's many layers to feng shui. And then I went to other schools, and I continually am doing other research and doing all kinds of seminars and that type of thing to develop my skills. And then a lot of it is just practice also.
Yeah, now, most of my only knowledge of feng shui is that it's a tool to capture energy, like Alex was saying, and by doing that, you're going to be more prosperous, basically. Isn't that why most people implement feng shui to achieve success?
It really is a lot more comprehensive than that, but that quite often is why someone will pick up the phone. That's my first question when someone calls. What motivated you to pick up the phone? There's something that isn't working for them. In a business situation, it can be someone looking for more clients, someone who perhaps is trying to get ahead in a company, someone who is just frustrated with coworkers. Virtually anything that can happen can be addressed through feng shui because there's an integration. It's really more about aligning your space with who and what you are and where you're trying to go and what you're trying to accomplish and making sure that that is in harmony.
Interesting. So, for business owners out there, and I've been involved with feng shui for many, many years, it is a productivity enhancement, and especially if you have a high turnover in your company, you may not be in sync or well balanced in your business environment. For those that employing veterans, as an example, that transition, especially post-traumatic stress, vets that have difficulty in certain environments, it's due to an imbalance, and feng shui often will help that environment. That's where the open office now is coming back in vogue because that the pit or the separation of the office into little cubicles is really not in balance environment. It just goes on and on.
Yeah. I recall I took Urban to a meeting, I don't know, a month ago or so, and, it surprised me. Of course, not a whole lot should surprise me about Urban anymore, but, this one did. We went into a closed space. Now, for our listeners who haven't heard this before, Urban is total blind, okay? And we walked in there, and there were dark, I think it was like a bright yellow and a dark blue wall in the office space, and Urban couldn't even sit down. He was so nervous, and you stop and think, how does that happen? But there are senses. You dig into the senses, and Urban can tell you more than I can. But that relates back over to what you're talking about. If somebody total blind can feel the environment they're in, they think the walls are closing in on them because of the color of the paint. There's got to be a lot more to it with the feng shui. So. Tell us more about the details of what it is you can do to really help. How do you help me in my business environment?
Okay. Well, there's sort of what I would refer to as feng shui 1A. When you would walk into a place, number one.
Are you saying I'm feng shui 101? Okay.
Not at all. Generally.
Okay.
General situation of someone calling me in. Feng shui is a many layered system. So I'm looking at many numerous things when I go into a place. So number one, I would say, is the clutter. Mm-hmm. That's what you were addressing, that you work so much better. So no matter how you were set up, if you are in a space that flows really well or does not flow well, that's truly going to affect everything. That's kind of how I got into the organizing part of my business initially, as I would have people call me for a feng shui consultation, and they'd want to know, where should I put the desk? What color should I paint the wall? Where should the chairs go? And my first thought is, well, first we have to be able to get to the desk. And we have to be able to sit in the chair because there were things all over the place. And so you really have to make that space and path first and make sure that's all working. That being said, I have also been in spaces where from a feng shui perspective, everything is pristine. The placements are all perfect. The colors are great. The elements are all balanced. And yet there's energetically something going on that isn't working. And that's my really, really fun, get jazzed area that I love. And that's what I would refer to as the art and the decor items. To me, there is such amazing power in that because we choose it subconsciously. So a lot of people will choose things and they'll hang something up because there was a nail there. And so that's where the picture, I can't tell you the number of times. Well, why did you put that there? Well, there was a nail there. And, well, why did you pick that particular piece? Well, the room is such and such a color, and that brought out the color as an accent. So there's this choosing and hanging and placing with no intention, and that's where the disconnect is. In feng shui, everything is done with extreme intention. You pick the piece because it sort of speaks to what you're hoping to have happen at that particular point in time. And again, as you go through life or through your career or whatever, you're not the same person as when you started out in this business. So the other thing that just kills me is someone go, I had a feng shui consultation about 3 years ago. I'm like, well, are you the same person that you were? So it's ongoing, and you update it.
I just one question. I think about it, and I get it right away. If you're coming into my office and you're organizing my office and decorating my office to what goes well for me. What if you're walking into somebody's office that has a lot of employees that you need to motivate? What changes there?
Again, it would depend. Are the employees all in the same place or all different offices?
Well, let's just say you have a 5,000 square foot office with a lot of people walking around, a lot of independent offices, what have you. Is it all looking at everybody's space independently, or would the business owner be benefited by having the one analysis and the results from there?
It would be comprehensive. I would start with the business owner, and then definitely I would be looking at the space and the job that person is doing, how it's laid out. Does it support them in their individual capacities and the interaction between people if you have several people in a room? So it's comprehensive. Everything is very holistic. There's not just, this one little corner is solving everything. It trickles down.
Right. Well, I will tell you this. We are running a little bit short on time. Why don't you start by telling our listeners how they find out more about you and how they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My website is www.balanced, that's with a D, environments with an S.com. And probably the easiest way to contact me is by cell phone because I'm on the go so very much. And my cell phone is 619-890-5454. And I work here locally and virtually anywhere in the country. And I've even had clients in Europe before.
Great. Well, I highly recommend getting in touch with Cathryn and seeing what can be done to improve your life and improve your business.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks for being with us. This is Close Up on San Diego Business here on KCBQ, streaming live at AM1170theanswer.com. Send us a tweet at CloseUpSD or just find our page on Facebook. You can always email me at Barry@CloseUpSanDiego.com. Let me know what you think. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after a word from the